Hello and welcome to my knife channel. Well, this is T10 tool steel. T stands for tungsten. So, it should take a patina. But Jersey Knife Guy stuck his in overnight in vinegar and he didn't get anything on it. So, what I've done is I've gone over to the sink and taken some detergent and washed the blade because they come shipped in oil and you want to get that off first. Then, I don't have any yellow mustard. I've seen people use yellow mustard, but you know what? It's still mustard. So, I'm going to put it on the model number side over here. I'm just going to dab some mustard on there and leave it for a while. And check it and see how it does. So this is going to be like a time-lapse video or something. We're just going to take some... It's the oils in it. I also have lemon juice. Oops. I guess it's going to be more than... I guess it's going to be more than just... My theory was just to put it down here, but anyway. Sir, you got some mustard on your blade. Yes, I know. We're going to have one side mustardy. There we go. I'm going to leave that. Time check. I gotta go put the mustard back in the refrigerator. Honey Dijon. Well, I've had this on here since, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 6 hours, and it's even dried up and everything. It's not doing much of a, it's not having much of an effect on it. I'm not seeing any. So, I'm going to leave the mustard on. I'm going to hit it with a little lemon juice. And, yeah. We'll see what that does. We'll leave this overnight. And we'll see if we get anything out of there. Got some dabs in there. Let's zoom in and... Oops, I dropped something. Oh, it was a dinosaur. A dinosaur hit the floor. Look at that. It's going to give it like a hamon or something, like a Japanese sword. We'll put you in charge of watching this since you like falling off the floor. Alright, yeah, so, yeah. It's a carbon steel. It's got carbon in it, but it's, tungsten is its main thing. So, it should patina, but I never tried it on this. Like I said, the Mora knife, I dipped it in just pure vinegar in this little glass right here, and within 2 hours it had already started to turn it gray, and it was kind of like an ash. I wiped part of that off. Now the problem is that you're etching. You're using an acid or something to try to get oxides to form, and if it's not working with the simple acid, you have to get with more caustic stuff. Now, Birchwood Casey makes a stuff called cold blue. It's for touching up bluing on a gun. Most guns are used, dipped in a hot blue, like salt type of bath and stuff, and it gives it that nice blue, reddish kind of color. For this, I've seen people use cold blue, not on T10. You know, I don't have much experience with this. I just figured it was just like any other type of carbon steel. Don't eat that. But yeah, so we'll see. It's a learning experience. It's the only way you're gonna learn is to experiment. So that's one side of the blade. The other side of the blade I'm gonna leave untouched, and if this works, then I'll try to match it on the other side. Alright, so there it is after 24 hours. Looks like it's going to take repeated applications. That's the mustard side. This is the non-mustard side. So yeah, if you look at those up close there, it's just going to take it a while to patina. Pretty stain resistant steel there, T10. It's acting like stainless steel. Another 12 hours of mustard. My next attempt is going to be vinegar with salt in it. Make it extra corrosive. Let me wash this off and see how far we've got. Alright, so that's all we got. Just some faint ghosting on the steel. So that's why I'm just doing it on one side, or I've been doing it on one side, just to compare it to the other side. And this T10 is pretty impressive, man. It takes quite a bit to get it to stain. I mean, this is like the second time I put mustard on this thing for over 6 hours, and that's all you get. It's just a little bit of kind of like bluing, whatever, to it. So I'm going to try a solution of vinegar and salt and leave it on there for a little while and just check it periodically, because salt is pretty corrosive usually to steel, salt water and stuff like that, and vinegar is an acid, so you're combining salt and vinegar. Yeah, but we'll see. One way or another, it's going to start. The problem is if you've got to get it so strong of an acid or a caustic substance that it actually pits the blade. We don't want to do that. We don't want to dig in that deeply. Anyway, the experiment continues. Alright, so what I got here in a peanut butter jar, plastic, is about a tablespoon of salt, probably too much, and some vinegar, just straight up regular 5% vinegar. What I'm going to do is take this Q-tip here and put it in this solution and proceed to just drip it on this blade here, kind of a dot pattern or something, and it'll probably dry out, but that salt will be on there, and we'll see. Hopefully it won't form rust, but if it does, it'll be the patina rust and not the brown rust. Alright, so there we go. I'll come back and check this in a couple hours. Alright, so mustard wasn't cutting it. Cut the mustard. Old joke. So this is dried off. I'm just going to leave it there for a little bit, but I was hoping, because it was transparent when I put it on, that I'd be able to see any color changes. But anyway, it's only been like 2 or 3 hours, so I'll give it a little bit longer. But so far, this stuff is like D2, maybe even a little bit better in stainlessness. And it's not even marketed as a stainless steel, it's a carbon. So, first time I've ever messed with T10. Alrighty, so this is the untouched side. And that's all I can get is patina with the vinegar and salt solution, plus mustard and everything else I've used. So, the old stab it into an orange trick. Navel orange. Alright, we buried it in there. So yeah, we'll give this a try. Day 2, 3. And then we'll see. Excalibur! See who can pull the sword out of the stone. I think this cat wants to give it a try.